Ink Ribbon. I've been playing Mortal Kombat since the first game, so it's been very fun to start making videos about this franchise, and today we're going to take a closer look at the cockiest character in the series. So put on your sunglasses and pop your collars because this is a big one. From unused fatalities to being the original star, here are 50 facts about Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage was actually the first character created for the entire Mortal Kombat franchise. In fact, the first test build of the game was just two Johnny Cages fighting each other. His original name was actually Michael Grimm, but this was changed during development. In the first game, there is a fan favorite glitch where you can perform his fatality multiple times, spawning two heads. It was so beloved that the developers not only never fixed it, but allowed players to repeat this in Mortal Kombat 2, spawning 3 heads. Cage did not appear in Mortal Kombat 3 or Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. He was, however, added to Mortal Kombat Trilogy. This was also the first time he was depicted as fighting while still wearing his sunglasses.
Get over here!
He also didn't appear in the Game Boy release of the first game, but that was due to a lack of memory on the cartridge. Johnny Cage lives in sunny Malibu, California, but it's never mentioned where he's originally from. For the first live-action movie, among the actors considered for Johnny Cage were Gary Daniels, Tom Cruise, and Johnny Depp, but ultimately it went to Lyndon Ashby. In the original cut of the film, Johnny Cage was supposed to defeat Scorpion with a shadow kick in the forest, instead of being sucked into a portal to continue the fight in what I think is Scorpion's lair. The novelization of the movie also says that the fight ends in the forest. In the Mortal Kombat Legacy web series, we learn that Johnny Cage was actually an actor in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Johnny, I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? I don't think TV is the right move for you right now.
Well, what is the right move for me right now, Lance? I haven't worked since Power Rangers went off the air.
The original developers were huge fans of Jean-Claude Van Damme and originally planned for the game to be based on him as the main character. But plans fell through and he was contractually obligated to be in the SNES game adaptation of his movie Universal Soldier. Sadly, that game never got released, but Johnny Cage was instead turned into an homage of Van Damme. After missing the Mortal Kombat train, he decided to jump in with his portrayal of Guile in Street Fighter the Movie, which is a game based on the movie, based on the game, and mimicked a visual style of Mortal Kombat. If you know your game history, you know how that went.
Guile, win, perfect.
There's a long-running rumor among fans on the internet that the original casting for Johnny Cage in the 1995 film was Brandon Lee, but he died before filming. The rumor has evolved into people saying that Lee was actually considered for Liu Kang instead, but there doesn't seem to be any concrete proof of either of these being true. In the first live-action film, Johnny hit on Sonya a lot.
Nice dress.
Which isn't unusual for his character, but this may have actually affected the game's lore, with Mortal Kombat 10 revealing that not only did he and Sonya get together, they also got married, had a daughter, and divorced. His daughter, Cassie Cage, grew up and became a new fighter in Mortal Kombat 10, combining the confidence of her dad and the skills of her mom. Throughout the series, he has had many outfits, but they all seem to generally fall into two categories. Either they are martial arts based with more athletic looks, or formal outfits, usually a tuxedo, or more recently a dress shirt and pants. I think my personal favorite outfit is his Deadly Alliance outfit. Let me know what yours is in the comments. Speaking of Deadly Alliance, I never realized this, but Johnny Cage has a big dragon tattoo on his back that never made an appearance again. One of his recurring alternate costumes was his ninja mime look, based on a movie franchise he stars in. We only ever get to see posters and references to it, but in the 2023 Mortal Kombat Legends cage match opening, we actually get to see a bit of the movie being produced. As a bonus fact, Ninja Mime might be based on the scene from The Quest, also starring Jean-Claude Van Damme. We also learn that Cage was intensely bullied in school, leading to his mother to sign him up for martial arts classes and leading him down the path of becoming a highly skilled fighter. It's most likely not canon, but in this movie he also has a co-star betray him, who turns out to be Serena. She almost kills Johnny in a ritualistic sacrifice to summon Shinnok, and while she isn't able to kill him, she is able to draw enough blood to open a portal for Shinnok to enter Earthrealm. You should just watch this movie if you're a Mortal Kombat fan. It's awesome, and the colors and art direction are amazing.
And get ready for a wedgie!
I do look good in a thong. When does it start shooting?
Going full meta, Johnny Cage has starred in movies based on the Mortal Kombat tournament within the world of Mortal Kombat, as seen in his ending in the second game. You can also see a movie poster of it in Deadly Alliance.
Money to fund the production of his next movie, which is rumored to be the true story of his latest adventures in Outworld. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance broke all records in its first weekend in theaters and made Johnny Cage extremely wealthy. The movie told the true story of how Johnny Cage single-handedly saved the world from the threat of Quan Chi and Shang Tsung's Deadly Alliance.
An interaction with Aaron Black reveals that aside from the action movies, Johnny has also starred in a few westerns.
Researching a new role?
I've played gunslingers before.
I'm the real deal.
In Mortal Kombat 11, during one of his victory poses, he holds up a figure of himself. On the right foot, you can see Cassie's name written on the bottom, which is a clear reference to Toy Story. In fighting games, I personally love when one of the fighters can be seen in the background on a stage, like Cyrax in the desert or Kano and Sonya held prisoner by Shao Kahn. They brought this back in the Tank Garage Bunker stage, where you can see Johnny Cage in the background cheering as an NPC, but he won't appear if you or your opponent are playing as him. In Mortal Kombat 11, you can set Johnny Cage to be your announcer, and it's hilarious.
Future ex-wife. Sex machine. Elsa. Cabal Sack. Scarlett Johansson. Busta Times.
In the Mortal Kombat reboot, Johnny debuted his now iconic tattoo with his own name across his chest. I couldn't really find any backstory about the tattoo, but I did find a lot of discussions online where fans couldn't decide if they loved it or if they hated it. After training with several masters, he became proficient in several fighting styles, including Jeet Kune Do and Shinto Ryu, but his main one is karate. He has also wielded weapons, including a broadsword and nunchucks. One of his special abilities throughout the series is his shadow abilities, namely his Shadow Kick and Shadow Ball, where he glows with green energy. In Mortal Kombat 11, these superhuman powers were finally explained a little bit, with the lore being that he is actually a descendant of a Mediterranean war cult that served a god, and the powers bred in these warriors seem to have been passed down genetically. In the current timeline, Johnny is directly responsible for Kenshi unlocking his telekinetic abilities. The sword in Johnny's home is called Sento, bought for $3 million at an auction. During the story, Kenshi uses the sword during a fight and causes a chain of events to set it all off. In Mortal Kombat 1, the access code to Cage's mansion is ABACABB, which was the blood code from the original Mortal Kombat. In his second fatality, there's a little Easter egg when he unlocks his car with the remote.
Vroom, vroom.
In a more recent update, the new cameo called Janet Cage was added, which is Johnny Cage in an alternate universe where he is female.
We are sexy. We are sexy bitches. This is goddamn ridiculous.
We are sexy. We are sexy bitches, yeah. All right, this is goddamn ridiculous.
A lot of his ad-libs are references to different movies and media, so if you're a film buff, you might enjoy them.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
I can do anything better than you.
Get away from her, you bitch.
Being the notorious ladies' man that he is, there seems to be a history of repeated behavior where Johnny is always in the middle of either a divorce or a breakup, as seen in multiple timelines.
I'd give anything to have him back.
Chris,
Come on, Chris, where are you going?
In Mortal Kombat Trilogy, they introduced animalities, with Johnny Cage being a kangaroo.
Johnny Cage wins. Animality.
Now with Mortal Kombat 1 bringing back animalities, he was revamped as a shark, with an homage to Jaws. One of Johnny Cage's signature moves was his nut punch, which is exactly what it sounds like. However, in the first few games, it didn't affect female characters, which led to any competitive players playing against him to pick a female fighter. And as a bonus, here's a video of them rehearsing the Goro nut punch from the original Mortal Kombat movie.
Boom, react, both hands down there. Oh! Oh, yeah, good. Get those hands back, Tom. Spin around a little bit, side to side. Whoa! Okay, good.
For some reason, Johnny Cage was missing from the Game Boy Advance port of Deadly Alliance. When we meet Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat 1, he is in the middle of filming his new film called The Temple of Katara Vala, which is a not-so-subtle homage to Indiana Jones.
Cut! Printed! I knew it! Woo! I felt that one. You felt it too, right?
Temple of Katara, take 39, tail slate.
That's a wrap.
Also in story mode, at some point he dons this really cool sort of sneaking suit thing. I wanted this skin so bad when I was still playing, and I don't know if it ever became available. In Mortal Kombat 2, there's an extremely rare random chance that his shadow kick will be red instead of green. One recurring story element in almost every Mortal Kombat is Johnny entering the tournament nonchalantly, usually assuming it's a Hollywood project, only to get a rude awakening and realize the fighting and opponents are very real.
Deal with whom you're dealing.
Enough! That's no special effect.
Indeed, Johnny Cage.
He also serves as the comic relief of the Mortal Kombat franchise, being absolutely crass and unapologetically confident, but he has the fighting skills and loyalty to back it all up.
That's it. Ha ha! Oh yeah, I'm so pretty. And I'm taking you down, I'm taking you down, I'm taking you out, I'm taking you out, and I'm taking you out for dinner.
Ugh.
In the crossover game Mortal Kombat vs. DC, for some reason Johnny Cage was absent. The main reason it's strange is that he's always been part of the Earthrealm team alongside Raiden, Liu Kang, and Sonya, but not this time. Having been made on a smaller budget with real actors, they also wore real clothes. These usually had the logos painted out, but in the arcade port of Mortal Kombat 2, they forgot to paint out the Atomics logo. And surprisingly, they are still selling fitness gear today, and yes, they have Johnny Cage's pants. Mortal Kombat also introduced friendships, and gave Johnny Cage his iconic one where he gives his opponent an autographed headshot of himself, usually referring to them as his biggest fan. Johnny Cage had an unused fatality in the second game where it seems he would have punched a hole through his opponent's head and thrown it on the ground. There were even sprites for the heads made. The most recent movie, Mortal Kombat 2, isn't out yet at the time of making this video, but according to the trailers, it seems that Johnny Cage will be the main character in it. Also, I'm glad this video got postponed because that movie got postponed until next year. I wonder why. And lastly, Johnny Cage's real name is Jonathan Carlton.
Yeah! Bring it!
Johnny Cage wins. Flawless victory.
I've been really getting back into Mortal Kombat lately. I'm so excited for the Legacy Collection, and it was really fun to make this video. So if you learned something new, then be sure to nut punch that like button and check out my channel for more videos like this. If you want to see me do a facts video on another Mortal Kombat character, let me know which one you'd like to see down in the comments and it might be a future video. Remember to drink water, and until next time, I'm Kai Morgan, and as always, thanks for watching Ink Ribbon.
I'm Johnny Cage, MKOG, Sonya Blade, every night on me. She knows what's up, she'll mess you up, she'll break your legs, I'll cheer her on, and after that